Hello everybody and welcome back to Crusader Kings, where I was doing what I usually do, looking around a little bit in between episodes. Technically this is a different day, so I'm just trying to get refamiliarized and things like that. I noticed something a little weird. Like, I can see how it could have come about, but I don't quite know like how I missed this previously. Let me just scroll down here and I'll show you. So, Renaissance thought. That's really far along. Like, really far along. But it hasn't been exposed to an innovation, and we didn't choose it. So is this pure RNG? Like, there's a 5% chance to gain progress every month. So did we just roll really well on Renaissance Thought? Like, it doesn't really change anything, right? But that's just interesting. I don't know how I didn't notice it previously. That is really close to being done. Like, we're going to have that done at possibly, I mean, if we continue rolling super well, 15 months. Now the odds of that are incredibly low. According to the tooltip here, it'll be 22 years. But even so, that's really nice to see. I didn't actually do the rest of my looking around that I normally do. I just wanted to get started and point that out. So there's that. Let's check in on our factions, because I didn't check those. Those look fine. No real concerns there. The major concern that I see here is that we are above our domain limit. Which, whatever. You'd leave to become a wanderer? Yeah, we'll give that a go. Gurkis doesn't have the money to pay us. Okay, he fled. I'm really not surprised that he did that. Okay, so we are, of course, currently working on investing in our second duchy and getting our monthly income to come up. So that is great. And of course, our income is not as high as it could be because we are above our domain limit. But that is, of course, why we switched over to working on court officials. That'll be done in 11 years. We're currently 45. So it could very well happen in our lifetime. Now, this is our current player heir. What are our odds, do we think, of having an additional child? Our wife is 44. I think the odds on that are starting to get pretty low. I think that Galenis here is probably going to be our heir. So we should... Who's your current guardian? This guy. Perfect. He's a fortune builder. Not concerned about that. Okay. Well, I definitely do want to... Yeah, we're having that guy's feast going. I do definitely want to work on our duchy over here as much as possible. And actually, it looks like we can begin working on construction over here. And hunting grounds are the obvious choice. We want to get that sweet, sweet cash. So we shall. We're not done with our levies, but our levies are currently, I think, good enough. Ooh. Yeah, increase our feudal taxes to us. Wonderful. Our levies are, I think, good enough for now, and I want to focus on bettering our economy, because our economy just gets trashed every time we get into a halfway decent-sized war. So that's something that we should probably work on handling. Now, we can still be creating these titles, and this is also something that we want to be doing, but I think the priority is on the economy before anything else. We need to get the economy handled, and once the economy is built up, then we should be making a lot more gold, and we'll be able to make these titles much more quickly. Okay, let's grab positions of power here, and that means that our very next one is honored to serve, which is really good for us because that does give us plus 20% powerful vassal tax contribution. I'm very happy to see that. Sadly, our monthly income is not as good as I would hope. Yeah, we'll do that. Make sure that we can continue to have that alliance going on. Between us and them, nobody's really going to be... Ooh. These guys broke free from Toledo. that actually reduces their power quite dramatically. It's mostly the fact that West Francia is allied to Wessex. But that's actually within the realm of West Francia. Transjordania is not. Okay, it's these guys. Noted. I would have liked to get these guys conquered. We may have to wait until this alliance goes away, because a war with West Francia would be winnable, but expensive. So there is that. We do have enough gold right now to invest in one of our holdings over here, and I'm going to invest in this city, and we are going to go for guilds. I want to get guilds into the cities as soon as we can for that development growth increase. So that'll be fine. This shrine could also use some forestry. We'll put that in there. Excellent. This city here, we want guilds again. We'll get started on that. These are nice and cheap. We have a dangerous faction, apparently. How dangerous is this faction? I don't see a dangerous faction. This is just peasant rabble. That is not dangerous at all. In case you're wondering why I'm randomly scrolling to the left occasionally, it's because I have a new keyboard and I'm not used to the key press weight. I'll get there. Okay, so let's proceed and continue to spend some money. Okay. So, to the winsome Emperor Eulinix, your masculinity is like a burning stick. I would be blessed if I could sniff your breeches, that I may know if you're as thin as you look from afar. My darling Eulinix, these lines are but a bleak reflection of my feelings for you. I will do anything to prove my loyal affections. So this guy's fallen in love with us. He's also a eunuch. He's a homosexual eunuch. This isn't going to happen. Let's see. Actually, our guy is homosexual as well. I didn't even realize that. Well, maybe it would. You flatter me, my lord. Honestly, if we get more of this poetry, I'm in. That poetry is wonderful. Okay, let's check here. Yeah, we have constructions ongoing in all of those. I wanted to replace this wooden barracks with pastoral lands. Excellent. And 2 years left on both of those holdings. So I think these peasants are going to rebel basically no matter what. They're angry in Natangia, apparently. We'll turn a quick profit here. I don't really care about the long-term investment right now. Actually, maybe I do, because Renaissance Thought hasn't moved. Okay. Sure, we'll attend. So apparently Natangia is not very happy about us. Mostly because there's unsafe highways. That'll go away in a couple years. Even if these guys rebel, it's honestly irrelevant to us. Like, that's not going to be a problem. Not going to be a problem in the slightest. I would love to upgrade something in this castle. It's not currently building anything. Of course, the one that we personally hold is going to be finishing up shortly, and that's really the one that we should be focusing on, more than anything. Please don't go Old Vitalist. I would be very sad. And really, I'd like to switch off of Crown Smithies. So I think the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to switch to tax offices. That does require 152 more gold. So we'll wait on that. There's those pastoral lands finishing up. It's always nice. Okay, how long until we get another focus trait? Not for a little while. Yeah, these two are currently related. He would actually not accept this. What? His faith does not allow polygamous. He's vitalist. Is she married? They're already married. Okay. I'm just going to click away from that. Yeah, somebody else accepted that, but that's kind of an odd error message. They're already married to each other, but apparently them getting married to each other would be a polygamous marriage. Okay, whatever. Very strange indeed. Old vitalism. That's not ideal. We should probably look into doing some faith conversions. Oh, hello. We should convert up here. That is, of course, our holy site. Wonderful. So yeah, this dangerous faction, they're going to rebel, but it's irrelevant. They have barely anything. We really don't care. What we do care about, of course, is switching crown smithies right on over to tax offices. And we're going to grab that just as soon as we get our next payment, which will be right approximately now. Okay, there we go. Sometimes it's on the 1st, sometimes it's on the 10th, sometimes it's on the 14th. When those come in is kind of random. But that should boost our income here pretty dramatically, actually. We're going to continue attending these feasts. I mean, we are very drunk, so I think that's okay. We can just keep being super drunk. Okay. I notice we haven't gotten additional poetry. So there's that. Makes me a little bit sad. I wish that we could just trigger this to pop right now. That'd be convenient. Unfortunately, they are still 1 month away from sending their ultimatum. I guess we could, however, move our rally point and have it be like right here, or even better, right here, and just be ready for them. What are they going to do? Ah, here he is. Lord Eulinix, my winsome treasure. My kinsman, Gerdaudas, is kneeling in the dust before me, right hand above his heart. My only desire is to bring you honor and happiness. Pray, tell me, how can I prove my love for you? I want poetry. None of this is poetry. If none of this is poetry, then maybe we need to end this. I hate to do that. But he didn't offer us poetry. And no, referring to us as his winsome treasure does not count as poetry. Okay, they're going to rebel. Oh, this is an irrelevant number of troops. Okay. And there's that war won. They don't have a chance. Okay. Well, that was easy. Excellent. It did cost us a little bit, but honestly, not too much. That was really not too bad. Next month tick, this should go back positive. Yep, it did indeed. Can we imprison anybody? We can demand a payment from Gurkus, and we'll go ahead and do that. Can we actually send a child to university? Nope. I need to look up how that actually works, because that is not a very intuitive interface. There's no doubt about that. Oh no, battling happening in our territory. I don't care. That's going to be 4 years before that's done. Oh my. Okay. Well, that definitely gives us some time to begin working on some other upgrades. That's for sure. And there will be a lot of upgrades here that need to happen. That said, our income is coming up, especially considering we're now a legendary reveler, but especially considering that our men-at-arms are more expensive than they've ever been, the fact that our income has been staying roughly stable is pretty good. But I want our income to increase pretty dramatically, which it should once we get this full duchy really online economically. Of course, we're going to be lacking cranes. There's no doubt about that. So we're going to need those cranes relatively soon. How fast are we working on court officials? Ermine cloaks are going to be in 3 months. Okay. That's fine. I don't care about the prestige. This is honestly kind of an irrelevant tech as far as I'm concerned. But with that finishing in about 3 months, that does mean that it has a chance of focusing on cranes. So we'll see what it chooses. Honestly, any of these. Compress multiple claims for another character in a single war. Yeah, any of these, I think, are fine. This is the only tech remaining that I think is not particularly useful. So let's get this finished up. And let's get that innovation working on something actually useful. We'll see what it chooses. Hopefully something quite useful. That is not very much of the full ransom. She can wait. Fantastic. This shrine here, let's go ahead and upgrade these logging camps, since we've got the cash right now. Let's just work on this economy as much as we can. We're going to be able to get quite an economy out of this, by the way. 47 days on this. Okay, so we just need to succeed one more 45% chance. We just inherited a shrine, however, and we need to pass that off to somebody else. Wow, our control is actually coming down in our capital from lackluster administration. Okay. 53 here. That is going up. 37 here. It's also going up. 3 here. We need to work on our control. Okay. That is definitely something that we should do. We're going to increase control over here first. Let's get that boosted. And then we're probably going to work on control in our capital. Keep in mind, low control is reducing our taxes by a tremendous amount. That's something that I'm not at all okay with. Oh, we inherited a bunch of gold. Okay. With that gold being inherited, we should probably... Can we replace this with anything? No. I'm not going to pay to upgrade the wooden barracks, though. I am going to pay to upgrade the hunting grounds. There's no doubt about that one. Many of these are going to finish up. Earth ramparts. Yeah, that's fine. Holding taxes plus 2%. Yeah, we'll go for this instead for right now. And let's begin construction on a forestry. And let's begin construction on a hunting grounds over here. 40 and 20 days left on these respectively. Let's upgrade that crop field. Excellent. That explains why our income wasn't coming up as quickly as I was expecting it to with this control issue. I'm just wondering if our control is declining because we're over our domain limit. I mean, that's definitely not helping. There's no doubt about that. I don't like the fact that this is decreasing. Monthly increase of 0.2. Yeah, it's mostly that lackluster administration malice that's coming in. Until 29 May of this year. So that's only a couple more months. And this one here is about a year. Okay. We'll attend this guy's feast. That's fine. Okay, let's go through these, see where we aren't constructing. We aren't constructing anything here. So I would like to put in a forestry. And then we aren't constructing anything here, so we will put in a hunting ground. Fantastic. Now, the question is, are we constructing everywhere except for these two? That is correct. Now, she's directly holding this, but that's okay. We do get this sweet, sweet honored to serve. Wonderful. And let's begin construction of farms and fields here. And also farms and fields here, but we are missing 141 gold for that. So we will actually have to wait. We could ransom back this queen for 105 gold, but I think I'm going to wait on that and see if we can get a little bit more out of her. We're now obese. We may want to consider... Oh, we're already working on losing weight. We're no longer obese. Fantastic. Our friend died. That's going to gain us 8 stress. We're sad about it, but not very sad about it. Wonderful. That is absolutely wonderful. I really do want to get this farms and fields underway. 124 gold. Yeah, I'll attend your feast. 55 and 13 gold, so next time we get paid. Excellent. We'll just put in the farms and fields right eventually. You know what it feels like? I just thought of this. It kind of cycles when in the month you get paid. Now, months don't all have 30 days. But maybe the game is paying us on a 30-day cycle. Every month, no matter how many days are in that month. That could explain some of this. Interesting. I don't know that that's actually the case, but I just thought of that. Maybe. Maybe it is. At any rate, it's not that big of a deal, ultimately. Just a little odd to not know when your money is coming in at. So all of these are currently constructing. This one here is going to be finishing up its hound pens in 2 months, though. So we're probably going to want to have some cash for continuing that work. I think we'll go ahead and ransom the queen now for 153. I think that'll be fine. 163. Okay. Yeah, I will happily take 163 gold for that. 45 days left on this hunting ground. That will be absolutely fine. Let's check in real quick on how we're doing borders-wise. Not a whole lot has changed. We're kind of at the point right now where we have to press the borders. I'm interested in potentially attacking Vladimir. Like, hypothetically, we're not actually going to do this. I'm seeing what we have available for claims. Not a whole lot. Okay. We definitely want to, before we get belligerent again, we definitely want to make those titles. So I think we're going to do that, ideally before this guy dies. And we can get belligerent with the next life after we've dealt with our factionalism. So that, I think, is the general plan. Now, these guys are still all constructing, I think. Not you. You're not currently constructing. That would cost quite a lot more than the others, but that's okay. We can work on that. So, over here, we're now growing by 1.3 per month. This lackluster administration is currently going until 30 August, 1357. So that has actually continued. Okay. I'm going to move this guy at this point over to increasing control in our capital because our control was decreasing. Ooh, control level in Natangia by plus 20. Fantastic. That is good for us. Because that brought it up to 69 and 65 over here. Yeah, we definitely need a new chancellor, and we'll put this guy in. He's not the best, but he'll do. We're obese again. We'll probably become unobese quite soon. There we go. We are no longer obese. Wonderful. Let's go ahead and expand our logging camps here. And we're also not constructing anything in this castle. We're over here. Yeah, we are... Oh wow, look at our income now. It's up to 46.1. So much better. We got to get these control levels up. It's fine over here in Barsha, but Warmia is at 67. It is coming up. It's at 71 in Natangia and 22 in Zambia. But most important is we got to get our capital under control here. With that, it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we're going to up our control level in our capital, and we are going to continue investing in our economy. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I will see you all next time.